Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, and we are live again. When you're watching this video, you may join in now, obviously, or you may watch it after. Today, we are going to be reading the final chapter of the HodgeHeg Chapter 9. It's the last day for you to take notes, and what you can do, as ever, after I've read this, listen for the first time. After I finish reading, go back to the start of the video, listen again, but the second time take notes, put it with the other notes from your other chapters that you've collected, and then get ready for our main task. Now, our main task is going to be two things. The first one is going to be an extended book review. We wrote a mini book review on a previous text. This one, because it's a longer book, because it's a chapter book, we are going to be writing a full book review, starting with an opinion paragraph tomorrow. That'll take us all the way to Thursday of next week. And then the final task on Friday will be a road safety poster. So we're going to do a lesson talking all about road safety. After that, it will be Monday the 8th of March, and you will be back in school. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone back. Anyway, let's get reading chapter 9 and see how this book ends. As ever, if there are any words that you are unsure about, just pause the video. And you can ask a parent, ask a sibling, or ask Google. Here we go. Chapter 9. Very early the following morning, 7 spiny shapes emerged from under the front gates of number 5A and 5B. They set off up the road, passing garden after garden, from many of which, like 9B, a hedgehog had set out on a journey to the park, never to return. If only they could succeed today. Henceforth the street would be forever safe for all hedgehog kind. They passed the factory and the automatic crossing with its little red and green men, and came at last to the spot where Max had seen the great female with the magic wand. Opposite them, across the street, the school clock showed 6. The hedgehogs concealed themselves in a doorway and settled down to wait. And there they are, look, waiting to cross the road. At 8:15, the lollipop lady arrived. Even the earliest children never appeared before 8:30, but she liked to be in good time. She stood stamping, alliteration there, tongue twister. She stood stamping her large feet, for it was a crisp morning. She smoothed down her long white coat. She settled her black cap firmly. Then, grasping her staff of office, its circular disc bearing the words "Caution, Children Crossing," she stood at attention at the curbside, ready for the first comers, while the early rush hour traffic roared past. Never, for the rest of her life, did the lollipop lady forget the sight that now met her eyes. Coming along the pavement towards her were 7 hedgehogs in single file. Surely you're not going to school? There they are, going up to the lollipop lady. Surely you're not going to school? said the lollipop lady when they reached her. The noise she made meant nothing to Max, but he advanced to the edge of the curb, his nose pointing eagerly across the street. The others lined up behind him. "We wish to go to the park," he said. "Kindly stop the traffic." The noise he made meant nothing to the lollipop lady, but his intention was as clear as the day. Raising her magic wand on high, the great female strode into the middle of the street, and at the sight of her traffic, meekly halted. The campaign is now finished, and the money's now been withdrawn to the school account so that we can get devices for the children. If people do still wish to donate, the campaign is still live. It's still on GoFundMe, and it's called the Teachathon. But as I say, we've withdrawn the money now, so we're just starting to buy the tablets. Thank you for asking, though. Then, before the astonished eyes of... Oh, sorry, I didn't show you the picture. There we go. So we've got the hedgehogs waiting to cross and the lollipop lady stopping the traffic. Then, before the astonished eyes of those fortunate enough to witness this historic occasion, there walked across the street a slow, solemn, dignified procession of hedgehogs. At the rear was Uncle B, shepherding before him Peony, Pansy, and Petunia. In front of them was Ma. In front of her was Pa. But at the head of the file there marched that pioneer of the road, safety, Victor Maximilian St. George, a name to be remembered forever by hedgehogs the world over. "Tell us the story of the first crossing, Mummy," little hedgehogs would plead at bedtime. And they would listen enthralled to the tale of Max, the hedgehog who became a hedgehog, who became a hero. Always the mothers ended with the same words. And they all crossed happily ever after. There we go. We can see them crossing. So Max became a hero at the end. Isn't that amazing? Well, children, that takes us to the end of the story, but there are other books, and a few are recommended in here at the end of books that you could read if you enjoyed the story, such as George Speaks by Dick King-Smith, the same person who wrote this book, in fact. Hairy and the Slug, that one's by Margaret Joy. Mrs. Cockle's Cat by Philippa Pierce. She also wrote The Ghost in Annie's book, which is a really good children's book as well. So a few little stories there if you enjoyed Dick King-Smith. Of course, Dick King-Smith himself released quite a few books. So if you really enjoyed this, I'd recommend looking at The Foxbusters, which is a great book, and The Sheep Pig, written by Dick King-Smith as well. If this is your first time watching, go back to the beginning of the video and take your notes ready for when we start our book review tomorrow. If it's your second, you should have taken your notes, put them with the rest, ready for tomorrow. I hope you enjoyed reading that story. I certainly enjoyed reading it to you. I will see you in tomorrow's video, which won't be live. It will be a pre-recorded video about our opinion paragraph. Just to say, I mentioned about donating during that video to the Teachathon, because I just got a message in the live chat. As I said, we're kind of winding down now, the campaign. We've withdrawn the money, and we are going to procure the devices for the children. But if you still wish to donate, everything that is given is greatly appreciated, and it will all go towards helping the children in our local community. The donate button is still there, and we'll still just keep checking that regularly for updates. So thank you for asking. Hope you enjoyed the book, and as ever, happy learning.